Critically acclaimed. Drop that shit, daddy.
Okay. I don't know. I just felt like starting the show off with a little music, man. I'm gonna fade it out. We gonna get into it, man. Look, thank y'all for joining me. I am your host, Nug the narrator. Nug, excuse me, the narrator. This is That's My Take. Thanks for joining me this April 14th of 2020. Let's get into it. World news. Why did Iran attack Israel and what comes next? The wave of drones and missiles that flew toward Israel overnight on Sunday brought with it a new phase of tension, uncertainty, and confrontation in the Middle East. Iran launched an unprecedented attack in response to a suspected Iranian strike on the Iranian, say that fast, consulate of Damascus, Syria, earlier this month. It marked a new chapter in a discord between the two states that percolated for years and years and has since caused Israel to declare war on Hamas last October. The next steps remains unclear, but Israel is facing pleas from its allies to step back from the brink of open warfare and choose a path of de-escalation. Here's what you need to know. More than 300 projectiles, including around 170 drones and over 120 ballistic missiles, were fired toward Israel in an immense aerial attack overnight. Approximately 350 rockets were fired from Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Lebanon, according to Israel's Defense Forces IDF spokesman Daniel Hagiri. However, 99% of the projectiles were intercepted by Israel's aerial defense systems and its allies, according to the Israel military, with only a small number reaching Israelite territories. Tehran's attack targeted the Nevaton Air Base, an Iranian army officials said on Sunday, alleging that this is where Israel's early April strike on the Iranian consulate was launched from. War in the Middle East. What else is new? I'm 45. I've been hearing peace in the Middle East damn near my whole life. Just being 100% real. Obviously, we don't want to hear about anybody warring, but what I liked about that story, real quick, was 99% was intercepted. Like, they got a great defense. Israel has. That's a great percentage when you strike in that many strikes and only that small percentage got in. Like, obviously, again, we're praying for peace in the Middle East. Moving on. Hijacked Bangladesh flagship released after $5 million of ransom money paid back to the Somali pirates. Somali pirates released a hijacked ship and its crew of 23 early on Sunday after a $5 million ransom was paid, according to two pirates. The money was brought to us 2 nights ago as usual. We checked whether the money was fake or not, then we divided the money into groups and left, avoiding the government forces. One of the pirates told is that Riders, I can never pronounce that. That's the big news group. Is it Ritters or Riders? I think it's Ritters. He added the ship had been released with all of its crew. Somalia government officials did not respond to a request for comment. The MV Abdullah, a Bangladesh flag bulk carrier, a type of merchant ship used to transport large amount of cargo, was hijacked in March as it was heading from Mozambique to the United Arab Emirates. The hijacking happened about 600 nautical miles east of Somalia's capital. So the Somalian Paris caused chaos in the waters off the country's long coastline from about 08 to 18. They're back and they struck it up and they're striking it up again. They're saying that they've been laying dormant until last year when pirate activity again started to pick up. I don't know how many history buffs that we have, but viewing the show. But if y'all could remember, these pirates been doing this for a while. What they said, oh eight to 18. So that's 10 years ago. Imagine the little dude that was 12, 13 on that ship. Now he 20. Was he 22, 23 now? Imagine him, or the 15-year-old who's not 25, who watched that pirate stuff. That 10 years then brought about a new generation of pirates, man. They want that loot and don't get too close to the coastline. That's all they saying. Don't get too close to our coastline. Like, don't do it. Moving forward. Freak winds killed 3 people by pulling them from apartments in China. 3 people died after typhoon-like winds pulled them out and through their apartment windows in southern China as extreme weather battered the region over the past week. A total of 7 people had died in a Jianghang province since the exceptionally strong winds began on Sunday. State broadcast CCTV reported on Thursday more than 5,400 houses were damaged and 313,000 people affected, of whom about 1,600 had to be evacuated to safety, it added. The Chinese Meteorological Authority issued an orange alert, the highest on its 3-tier warning system on Tuesday, the first since 2013, according to the state-run Global Times. 4 deaths, at least 10 injuries were reported in the capital province of Nanchang, the hardest hit city, when several thunderstorms and heavy rains hit on Sunday, according to CCTV. Among them were a woman in her 60s and her 11-year-old grandson, yanked from their apartment windows by strong wind together with their mattresses, according to CCTV site and media reports. A 60-year-old woman from the same building was also swept out of the window by extreme winds. All 3 were confirmed dead, the state broadcaster reported. Definitely our condolences to these 3 people that lost their lives in typhoon-type winds as they were pushed out of their apartment windows. Don't know how high up they were, but still, like, you lose your life by winds that are, like, heavy. It's just traumatic, man. Like, honestly, natural disasters, though, I speak a lot on natural disasters because I'm not one of these crazy folks that think the government controlled natural disasters. I think they wish they could, but and they do make a lot of plans to avoid natural disasters. And I do know that. I give them credit on that. But natural disasters not only will happen, but they go happen. And when they happen, it's a lot of destruction. A lot. I mean, it's just simple. When you're dealing with forces above our means, stronger, faster, like momentous even, there's not much you can do when it's a natural disaster. So things like this, we pour our heart out to the people that lost their lives, but we cannot forget the fact that here on this thing that we call Earth, natural disasters will happen, and when they happen, usually a loss of a life will, follow that. So we send our condolences. Up next, U.S. news. Before we get into U.S. news, like most YouTubers, I want to pause for the cause and to not only ask, but to also request you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Please comment, share, like. I would like for people to eventually become more interactive. I know y'all getting to know me just as much as I'm getting to know y'all, but twice a week, I will be here and we're discussing things that, anything that I talk about could be open up for discussion. And how I would like it to run is I do my little whoop whoop with the news articles, and boom, I see somebody saying something, and boom, I answer them. Like right now, I'm gonna just jump over in the comments just to pull them up so I don't miss anything. And then I'm also just type in the comments just to, let you know that you can share, like, comment, and definitely subscribe. Now back to the show. Just wanted to get, what they call the commercial stuff out the way. But yes, moving on. US news. All right. Alabama man convicted of killing 5 people asked to be executed. And I quote, it's the right thing to do. Derek D says he wants to live. The 35-year-old inmate on Alabama's death row has spent almost 6 years fighting his sentence after being convicted of killing 5 people, including a woman who was pregnant. But now he says he's asked the state to sentence to execute him. Sorry. And I quote, it's time, he said, for justice to be delivered, and it's the right thing to do. I don't want to die, he told CNN in a phone interview Friday from a prison in Atmo, Alabama. But I feel it in my heart that this is the only option that will help the victim's family get the closure they need to move forward. I made peace with my decision. In the early morning hours on August 20th, 2016, dude broke into a house in a small town of Citral, Alabama. I have no idea where that's at. I'm in the Montgomery area. I don't know where it's Citral, Alabama. But according to a sentencing order filed in the case, he made his way through the house, attacking 5 other occupants one by one using an axe and a .45 pistol and a shotgun. I think of all that I just read, him saying that he would like to be executed because it's the right thing to do was the thing that kind of caught my eyes on this one, just being real. Maybe he's finally feeling it in his heart that, hey, after 6 pills, they not gonna let me up out of here. I'm gonna be on death row. So now he could be like, F it, let's just get it over with. I don't know. I don't know the mind of someone that'll walk into a house with an axe, an AK-47, and a shotgun, getting busy. Sound like a fucking horror movie to me. I can't relate. We mourn those that passed during that tragic incident. But that was a wild story. So he ready to die. No biggie. Moving on. Tesla settles with Apple engineering family who said autopilot caused his fatal crash. Terms of the settlement were not disclosed. Jury selection was set to begin Monday in a wrongful death suit filed by the family of a former Apple engineer who died after his Tesla Model X crashed while the autopilot feature was engaged. The trial could have lasted several weeks, but the parties settled Monday. Walter Hung was killed when his Tesla struck a concrete highway median in Silicon Valley on the 23rd of March, year 2018. The National Transportation Safety Board, in its investigation, found that autopilot was engaged for nearly 19 minutes before the fatal crash when the car, traveling at 71 miles per hour, veered off the highway. The settlement marks another crucial moment for an embattled company that has lost popularity and a third of its market value this year. CEO Elon Musk and the company say that its autopilot and full self-driving technologies are ahead of the competition and a big reason why Tesla has become the world's largest electric vehicle maker, just ahead of China rival BYD. But Hung's family said Tesla's oversold its autopilot technologies, capabilities, and that it is not safe to use as advertised. Representatives for the Hung family and Tesla did not immediately respond requests for comments. I can say this, old Tesla boy, Everybody's got an electric car now, so you are not the only kid on the block now. You are not. Tesla's everywhere, but just like there's an electric car everywhere. So with that being said, that damn truck, y'all gotta go bounce y'all back. Don't worry about it. Woo, that truck. They say it's ugly. They say it's weird. Listen, I'm gonna say this: it's an eye catcher, and I won't lie. It pulled up next to me. It was green. It was matte, and it was that damn cyber truck. And I just said, "Damn, gotta get my life together." I swear, that's a bad looking boy. I see Dion's son got in one. Keith Sweat got in one. That's a bad boy, like seriously. But Tesla on the real is autopilot shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm old school, sugar bear. You might do my little parking for me, might, but you're not driving me the whole everywhere I'm going while I just think you got it under control. Nah, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not fully giving up the control of driving a car. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. But definitely, we send our condolences to the person that lost his life behind that autopilot shit, though. Like, technology is good, but there's always fatalities and people along the way that lose their life or their ability to be a functioning person just to advance this technology. That person's basically a martyr for the autopilot system of the future. And that's just some really, really, really real shit. What's up, Shotty? I see you. Why? What you got going, bro? I'm a day late and a dollar short on the show, but we here. We here. Moving on. We're in the middle of U.S. news, but yeah, you already know. You comment, I'm fucking with it. You let me know. But yeah, moving on. Suspect and security guard dead. Officer and 6 bystanders wounded in Miami area bar shooting, police say. Police in Doral, Florida have identified the suspected gunman they said was killed in an exchange of gunfire with officers following a dispute at a bar earlier Saturday that ended with a security guard dead, an officer shot, and 6 innocent bystanders injured in the crossfire. The Miami-Dade Police Department identified the suspected shooter as 37-year-old Jamal W.W. with an update Sunday. The shooting happened around 3:30 a.m. at the Martini Bar, a nightclub in City Place, Doral, a retail district in the city about 5 miles west of Miami. The violence comes as the U.S. has tallied more than 100 mass shootings so far this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive, which defines a mass shooting as one in which 4 more people are shot, not including the shooter. Exactly a year prior to Saturday's shooting, officers participated in an extensive training session for a mass casualty active shooter drill at the same establishment. How ironic. The Rail Police Chief Edwin Lopez said the incident began as an altercation amongst patrons at a local establishment and spread into what it became. People getting shot, security guard dead, and the suspect out of here. No, you ain't missed the Drake take yet. You know it's coming. You ain't missed the Drake take yet. But what's crazy is that's pretty much next. Next segment is hip hop and entertainment news, Shawty. But nope, you ain't miss it. It's coming up. It's a lively one too. But I'm gonna give you my take definitely on now. Getting back to the shooting at the club, obviously at 3:30 in the morning, anything can happen. Like, you gotta know that when you're in the wee hours, anything can happen. If you don't know that, you don't know the street. Like, okay, so he had exchange of gunfire with the officers. He want to have an exchange of gunfire with the officers. So you know how that end. You want to call in? Fuck it, let's do it. Shit. That's what we gonna do. I'm gonna run the story, then you could call in. Up next, hip hop and entertainment news. Real quick before we get to hip hop and entertainment news, this podcast and most of my podcasts, all of my podcasts are brought to you by the fam, and that's FAMM. Definitely not families against mandatory minimums, but we are definitely forever amongst made men and forever about making money. Love you guys. But yes, moving on. Hip hop and entertainment news. Drake disses Ross. Ross rapidly responds. Um, that is right now the hottest, trendiest tea that's going on. So it is leading my hip hop and entertainment news segment. And I also have a partner that want to call in and give his take on it. So we're gonna have a caller call in, and if our volume ain't the greatest, let us know. I don't have a fucking board yet, so I could make sure levels right, but I'm gonna do my best. And I mean, with that being said, I'm hood, so it is what it is. But no, real quick, Shotty, before you call in, because you could call me or I could call you. Wait. No, now I'm saying I would call in, but I'm on the clock. Okay, no problem. No, not a problem. If you could give me your take through the chat, I'm with that. That's still interaction. Real quick, my take on the Drake diss, the Rick Ross quick response. All right. Yesterday, I heard both one time around. Boom. Just off the first go round, Drake ate them motherfuckers up. First go round, Drake ate them up. Sorry. Like, I'm not no Drake fan and I'm not no Drake stan, but I do listen to Drake. But Drake ate that ass up, and I'm gonna explain what's going on both sides, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. On the Rick Ross side, we gotta applaud the fact that he answered back quickly. We gotta applaud that fact. But with him applauding back quickly, where his mistake happened, in my opinion, two places. One, beat selection. That was not no beat that Rick Ross typically would pick. So, to me, beat selection, hands down, thumbs down. Two, you ran to your comfortable rap pattern. Da 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 da. He run to that. That's Rick. He ran to that. That's like making it mid, then the beat mid. So to me, this mid. Only thing I am applauding is the fact that it was a quick response. But what he talking about, white boy, you don't run the race thing. Like, now you run into the race calling the man a white boy. Like, really? That just, to me, whack, mid. Drake, on the other hand, and I know everybody's saying that beat wasn't mixed. That beat whack, even if the bitch get mixed. That's a whack. That ain't no Rick Ross beat that he picked. Thank you. Shotty Balboa said that wasn't enough from Ross at all. Exactly. He ran to his comfortable little rap, little pattern, his little, everybody got one. I got one where I'm comfortable at, that I could just add any word. When I rap this certain way, I could add any word and fill in the blank and this go. But I try to rap other ways just to be versatile. I don't want to ever be that rapper that rap one kind of way. But yes, most of us got, I ain't gonna say everybody, most rappers got a comfort place rhyme pattern. Drake ran to it too. I ain't gonna discredit Drake, but the thing about Drake, he had inflection and his beat was a lot better. So if you got more inflection, and it might have took longer to create, but Drake's shit was, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Ain't the time. I feel you. Drake ate their ass up, shawty. He ate them up and then he bounced them out at the end when he done his little melodic shit. I didn't want to take it PG. He just burped them out right there. Nah, was not enough from Rick Ross. That beat selection was not it. And he ran back to his comfort zone in terms of the rap pattern that he more comfortable with. That's my take on the battle. And Drake got that round. I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit up here and be like I'm listening to melodic ass Drake in my house lighting candles and taking a bubble bath. No, I like raw fucking trap music more than most types of rap music. Woo Kid, that bitch was cold. Shot it. The Woo Kid dropping Give Me 50, the concept, the beat, the way he ran it, the inflections, he fucking ate. And anybody say he didn't eat, crazy, because y'all thought it was AI. It was so crazy. That was crazy in itself. Look, Shotty, they kept saying it was AI. I wasn't in no rush to hear it because I'm thinking it's AI just because they saying they think it's AI. Stupid motherfuckers. But no, that's my take on that one. Drake 1, Ross 0. Even though you came back quick, you ain't come back right. Like that's just like making grits. You got them grits that take a long time to make, and you got them 5-minute grits, and you can taste the fucking difference. And that's my case on the Drake and Ross. Moving on. Beyonce becomes first black woman to top country album charts with Cowboy Carter. The 32-time Grammy Award winner is the first black woman to go #1 on Billboard Top Country's album charts. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter became the best-selling country album this week as it sold 407 units, opening hallmarks in the biggest weekly sales total of 2024. That number also represents Queen Bee's best sales week since Lemonade racked up to 653K units in 06. My bad, in 16. Strike that from the record. In 16. Beyonce now has 8 leaders on the Billboard 200 as a solo act, giving her the 4th most #1s amongst female artists. She also reached the pinnacle of the chart 2 times as a member of Destiny Child's girl group. Cowboy Carter came out on March 29th. Beyonce's 8th studio LP received widespread critical acclaim upon its release. The 27-track project features Miley Cyrus, Post Malone, Raina Roberts, and more. Country legend Dolly Parton, Linda Martrell, and Willie Nelson also contributed to this LP. It's simple. Beyonce is just a musical genius. Like, she has become something far more than just a singer. She's a musical savant, a genius. Let's just keep it real. She had me singing fucking country. I don't listen to no fucking country. I like that song. I got turned on to the other black chick that do country. Is it Brittany something? Help me out, Shadi, if you heard about it. She's spitting this little country shit. It's like she in a bone, and she say something about Beyonce. Her name Brittany something. I ain't good with names, but I done got on country fucking with Beyonce. But nah, like, rappers wish they could sell 407,000 units the first fucking week. That's some shit that happened in the 90s for rappers. We could only wish for numbers that good. We could only wish. Moving on. KRS-One and Curtis Blow celebrated with presidential honors from Biden at the National Hip Hop Museum late last week. President Joe Biden honored the hip hop pioneers KRS-One and Curtis Blow with the President's Lifetime Achievement Award at the National Hip Hop Museum in Washington, D.C., according to allhiphop.com. 300 guests attended a ceremony at the RAAA headquarters where the Reverend Dr. George Helms delivered a rousing speech in celebration of the two icons. And I quote, "These are two ways for a leader to go through life, as a thermometer or as a thermostat." Holmes declared the thermometer merely measures the climate, but the thermostat sets the tone and creates it. I like that. That's who you are, KRS-One and Curtis Blow. The thermostats. I like that. Hey, always good to hear our forefathers get acknowledged, get praised, get recognized. Because, I mean, that's the forefathers, bro. Like, it's people like Curtis Blow that took it on the chin for, like, people to become hip-hop pioneers later. Because we know in the 80s that I'm playing basketball. That wasn't the hardest fucking lyrics, but it was rap. It was raw. It was cutting edge, and it was new, and it was hip. So KRS-One, another one. What was some of the no? Some of them songs was gangster that he was making though, with that BDP shit. Them boys was gangster. Matter of fact, Scott LaRock got shot up. So yeah, he positive and shit, but they was on some gangster shit. KRS-One and BDP, Boogie Down Productions. I ain't crazy. I remember that. Y'all motherfuckers had guns and shit. But no, it's good to see him recognized, bro. Like, I mean, it's so many pioneers of rap that go unnoticed, and it's a shame because they gave contributions to this thing we call hip hop as well. They need to be celebrated just as well as the other folks that are celebrated. And that's real shit, man. Up next, sports news. Real quick, before we actually get into sports news, I definitely want to say rest in peace to OJ. Like, OJ Simpson, and I don't care about the case. I'm talking about OJ Simpson, the athlete. OJ Simpson in the 70s, 60s, and 80s. OJ Simpson was the entertainer that played sports, and not only played sports, but was great at sports because he was a true athlete. That's who OJ was. Like, OJ was a 2,000-yard running back when they only had 14 games, and he did it in Buffalo. 2,000 yards has only been done like twice since then, maybe three times. Maybe three times. And we've got 16, 17 games, about to have 18 games now. So people fast forward to that 93, 94 Broncos shit, trial shit, must have quit, don't fit shit. But I'm going to say this. Of all the things OJ can do, I still don't believe he'll give you two, not one, but two Cuban neckties as two people sit on side a pool. I'm not believing he did all that. He not that fucking swift. He got the juice, but two Colombian neckties, come on now. Go Google Colombian neckties for you slow motherfuckers. But yes, moving on to sports. Tom Brady says he's not opposed to a late season NFL return. Tom Brady said he was retiring from football for good on February 1 of 2023, but he might have had second thoughts. In an appearance on the Deep Cut podcast released Thursday, Brady was asked by the host Vic Blades whether he would pick up the phone if a team called him in the event of an injury. And he said, as I quote, "I'm not opposed to it. I don't know if they're going to let me if I become the owner of this NFL team. I'm always going to be in good shape. I'm always going to be able to throw the ball. So to come in for a little bit like MJ coming back, I don't know if they will let me, but I wouldn't be opposed to it." Bynes proposed a scenario where the San Francisco 49ers might need a quarterback heading into the playoffs. And then Brady also mentioned the Patriots and the Raiders before giving his answer. Now, we know he couldn't go to the Raiders because if you own part of a team, they're definitely not going to let you play. Now, will they make some type of exception for him to play or not give him his ownership papers? Don't rush to give him his ownership papers. That might be a way where he play. But, I mean, it's Brady. When you the GOAT, you can do what you want. Like, I'm 45. I mean, I might can't play a whole fucking game of football, but I'm a tennis player. I could go out there right now and whoop some ass. Like, that ain't nothing. Like, fucking pickleball, tennis, ping pong, them three right there. Where my camera at? Them three right there. I'm busting ass all day, taking names. Moving on, man. The Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice surrenders to police Thursday on charges including aggravated assault after he and another driver of a speeding sports car allegedly caused a crash involving a half dozen vehicles on the Dallas highway. That's not funny. Last month. I'm sorry. But a half dozen vehicles, bro, because y'all want race Lamborghinis and shit and vets? Stupid. Like, it's just stupid. That's all I'm gonna say about this. And I was young once, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I never was like in the speeding. Like that never really was my thing. I always wanted to like look good, like you know what I'm saying, cruise. So I was probably never gonna be racing high dollar cars. One of them a fucking Lamborghini truck. Like, I know these NFL players, I understand. They are in a whole different tax bracket than me. I'm still hoping somebody. Now, what happened to my banner? I'm still hoping a motherfucker find it in their heart to throw me a bone. Shit. Know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm not out here bullshitting. I'm out here doing what I should do. And if you want to find it in your heart to donate, the Cash App and the PayPal is right there. But no, I was saying this to say they in a different tax bracket than somebody like me who just running a podcast on the side, and I'm also a real estate agent. If you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, you might want to holler at your boy because I'm here. Pre-approval letters go help you get more because I'm not here for I'm thinking and I'm window shopping. I'm here for if you're ready, let's go. But yeah, getting back to it, I just think that was a dumb move, bro. You didn't win the Super Bowl. You didn't caught the touchdown in the Super Bowl. Relax, bro. Like, if y'all want speed, go on a drag strip or something. I know it get bored just going in a circle, but find something else to do, bro. Don't be in Dallas bullshitting, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Now we've made it to the part of the show that a segment that I call I Can't Make This Shit Up. I search the internet for these stories that jump out, but they have to be real. So I do research, then I do a backdrop, then I do a double before I present what I'm about to present to you right now. Body of a vampire, 22, found bloodless in abandoned Italian church after possible ghost hunting TikTok challenge. The body of a French woman who was seen dressed like a vampire was found drained of its blood with stab and gunshot wounds inside an abandoned church in Italy. As police speculate, she may have been taking part in a ghost hunting TikTok challenge. The body of the 22-year-old of St. Priest was found near Lyon, was discovered by a hiker in a fetal position with her sweatshirt covered in blood from various wounds. Days after her boyfriend, I can't pronounce the name, allegedly killed her inside the deserted church in Ulster Valley. Officials said, according to Gazzazo, Lausanne had a domestic violence case open in France against the 21-year-old Egyptian Italian who lived in France, which banned him from going near her, the outlet reported. Police believe her death could be connected to a popular ghost hunting TikTok challenge that's going on in France, according to CNN. And I quote, "It is a classic femicide motivated by motives of possessiveness and control over the victim's will." The person arrested in Leon is seriously suspected of the crime of premeditated murder and other aggravating circumstances. A witness saw the pair dressed like vampires and described Liaison as emancipated and looking like a corpse before her death. The outlet reported they also were dressed like two goths, all in dark. I thought two vampires. The unidentified witness told the Italian outlet her blood was also scraped off the floor and removed from the crime scene. There was no signs of a struggle. CNN reported, and I can't make this shit up, vampires, Italy. Shit's the world is a motherfucker. Like, I can't make it up. Vampires, like, this is real. All right. Before we close out the show, I'm gonna hit y'all with a history lesson. This segment's called This Day in History. It's where I give you just, a little historical facts that might add value to your life. Might be some shit you don't even care about. I mean, I know most people want the tea, but I'm gonna give you a little education along the way as we do dive into the tea. But no, on this day in history in 1860, the very first Pony Express ride arrives in San Francisco from St. Joseph, Missouri. Now, you might ask, why would he pick that one? Well, the Pony Express basically brings us to the Pony Express brings us from the Pony Express to Instagram, communication. And all along the way, it was fucking letters, then Morse code, then telegrams, then text messages, then phones, then text messages, then email. You know what I'm saying? Pony Express as a communicating device could be akin to communicating some of these social media things that we have now. That's pretty much why I dragged it all together. I also have in 1865, the U.S. President Abraham Lincoln is shot in the head by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington. He dies a day later on this day in history. I want to thank y'all for joining me for the show. Being a real person that I am, I know I was a little late in terms of not really giving y'all 2 days out the week. But I would like to explain if I can. No excuses, but my beautiful dog and his beautiful dogette had puppies unexpectedly Tuesday. My girlfriend, my partner, and another lady was basically delivering puppies, 5 of them, and they're all healthy. This was my first time actually, and I didn't do much. I won't sit up here and take the credit. I didn't do much, but my first time experiencing such a thing. Keeping up with the puppies, making sure that they're fed and they're eating and they're nursing with mommy. The vet visit went perfect. They said we did everything perfect. The dogs are healthy. But that takes time. That takes my focus, because I'll never just give y'all a bullshit show. Before I go online, I would definitely know that my show is adequate. I'll never come over here and do a show that's half-assed. I'm going to run these segments. I'm going to give my take on these segments. As y'all see, I'm going to interact as I've been doing with my partner tonight. And yeah, I love all y'all, man. Y'all tell a friend to just subscribe. They ain't got to watch me. If they don't want to watch me, that's cool. But see if we could get them to subscribe, man. Y'all have a good night. I'm Nug, the narrator. It's been fun. And I'm going to leave y'all, as always, with some music. Y'all have a good night.
Stop that shit, daddy.
Well said, every bitch was born to break a man. A nigga stealing off my plate, then I'm breaking his hand. You ain't gonna follow through, no use in you making the plans. I'm dipped in gold on that purple like a Laker fan. Extended the clip on the thumb for a couple of shots. I'm on some Avon shit, snatched a couple of blocks. My little Asian chick with a wonderful top, she called me daddy cause she never did fuck with her pops. 24/7, I'm working at 8 to 8. First nigga breaking the tape in the paper chase. Thing a nigga doing on a day to day. Say my amazing grace and get a few out the safe. Like good, and that's something my body can say. Her arsenal, my artillery, nobody is safe. Watching you draw your road dog, cause you dog in your flake. It's hard to squeeze the trigger on him and look in his face. What happened to the loyalty and trust, nigga? Let it break, now haunted by the soul. Let it fuck, nigga. There's something that only him, not the team, did. So I'm cold-blooded like Bishop up in Raheem crib. What happened to the loyalty and trust, nigga? Let it break, now haunted by the soul. Let it fuck, nigga. There's something that only him, not the team, did. So I'm cold-blooded like Bishop up in Raheem crib.
No loyalty in the streets today. Got so safe sleeping with his AK. C39 gotta get their mind right. No slip up behind my life. Fuck nigga era, let me tell it. They still smoking Reggie, I can smell it. You know me, always minding my business. Like some bitch ass niggas try to mind my business. Then I gotta put my 9 in my business. All these niggas I ain't playing, make them mind they bitch. I ain't saying I'm the realest nigga, nah. But them real niggas feel me, nigga. Trust no man, trust no woman. They all want something, I ain't up in nothing. 6 wall, raise a real fam G. And I'm forever loyal to my family.
What happened to the loyalty and trust, nigga? Let it break, now haunted by the soul. Let it fuck, nigga. There's something that only him, not the team, did. So I'm cold-blooded like Bishop up in Raheem crib. What happened to the loyalty and trust, nigga? Let it break, now haunted by the soul. Let it fuck, nigga. There's something that only him, not the team, did. So I'm cold-blooded like Bishop up in Raheem crib.
If you want respect, you gotta earn it. Damn right. You gotta be ready to go there. Stand up and die for that shit like Blizzard did. If you want to. Blizzard ain't sticking up to nothing now. That touch me, watch the damn back come up. If Blizzard said he was there, be 5 that niggas instead of 1. You gotta snatch some times and let them motherfuckers know you didn't take